I've been flown for 2 days of playing Star Citizen. Welcome everybody. Playing Star Citizen. The last time I played was 3 years ago. It was buggy as fuck. You can glitch through glass on your ships and all that. So 2 days ago I installed it again and see what the progress is in the past 3 years. There's a lot of eye candy. There's a lot of... The game loops still garbage. The mechanics still garbage. It's beautiful, but you can still glitch through ships and glass and cockpits and boxes and walls. So now I'm back. Well, this game is buggy too, but it's nothing compared to Star Citizen. If you tried Star Citizen, you know what I mean. It's insane. If you use smooth track for head tracking, the experimental procedure for using a USB cable instead of your local Wi-Fi is out on Discord. So join the Smooth Track Discord and you'll see the method in the announcement. And I use Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi is really good in the house, but if I use the USB cable method, it's even better. Like there'll be zero stutter when I turn my head from all the way left to all the way right. If you use Wi-Fi, when I do this, there might be one stutter, like one, maybe here, it happen randomly, but there might be a little tiny stutter. But if I use USB cable, zero. It's buttery smooth. There's still lag. There's still a little lag, same compared to my Wi-Fi, but that stutter is completely eliminated if you use a USB cable. So give that a try if you use Smooth Track. Alright. So here we're gonna continue NeoFly. Just updated to 1.3.3. Haven't tried it, I just updated it. And I'm gonna continue my journey in Sweden. Let's see. What do we do? Let's choose a... Let's do a Theodore Bagwell lip smack and go choose a mission from NeoFly. Like that. So my pilot is at ESMX. I cheated a little because if I don't cheat, I'm never gonna play enough to afford the TVM 930. So I cheated the money and bought one. So I can go further, on a Cessna or whatever. I'm never gonna get to other parts of Europe. So, but I just cheated the plane. I didn't cheat flying, I actually landed correctly and did 2 glassware delivery trips, all within parameters, and it's good. I landed, got bonus. Ooh. See? That's why... See, people told me to, when you update, we just replace the EXE. But when you do that, you lose this GIFs. See this? There's no GIFs there, usually GIFs there. I knew that's not how you're supposed to do it. And it's so stupid. Like, I can fly everything now because. What? Well, whatever, just pick one. It's just funny. A whole month on buggy shits. Flight Simulator bug. NeoFly bug. Star Citizen bug. OBS bug. OBS crashes, by the way. You try to fuck around with VSTs, you'll see. Bug. Sort by distance. Where am I? I'm in that blue thing. So, you know what? Let's try to make our way to Germany through Denmark. So here I should find some mission that flies to the Copenhagen, or and then slowly the radius of missions will move with the current blue. So let's find this one. ESMS. MS, there we go. Let's go here, and then hopefully we'll get some mission from here to there, and then creep over to Denmark and Germany, and then slowly, after like 6-8 flights, we can make our way to England. Let's try that. See if that works. So this was a glassware delivery touchdown minus 200 feet per minute. I think we can do that. So 1,259. That might be a trouble. So let's see if the plane can do 1,259 with 190 pilot. So in NeoFly, if you don't know already, they checked the pilot now, and it's 190 pounds. So you have to manually put 190 in, and then you put in the correct cargo load from the add-on. So now the cargo is 1259. So I'm gonna put. So it's still good. It's 81% load. So I know that I could take that mission. So I'm gonna click fly. Took the mission, and here I'll choose the plane I'm using. And then I'm carrying a 1,259 pound person on the front pack's right, yet the center of gravity doesn't change at all. It's curious. It's 1,000 pound left, so let's do this. Let's fly. Let's fly 4 Americans today. So 250 pounds Americans. So that's 1,059. So I need 200 pounds. Or let's do the front baggage. So that's 1,259 total payload with the 190 pilot. And fuel. That's good. Okay, let's go back to the world map. And choose the X, right? So for EMX, the fuel is gonna last to Italy, so I'm not gonna add fuel. Live, but it's nighttime there. I'm gonna tune that up to maybe noon. And then the destination is ESMS. what? There we go. So the wind is at 257, but they want me to land at 17. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, and then on the MX I need to pick a parking spot to start because of the NeoFly add-on. So if I'm taking off from there and there's no parking spot there, I'm gonna choose ramp 1. It's all good. And then in the Fly Live Studio, I need to put in the thing so you see on the overlay, the ESMX to ESMS. 7, boom. So now you see the progress bar and the thing on the top of the overlay. And then I'm gonna switch that up to around noon. Something like that. It's only gonna take 25 minutes, the direct flight, but before and after it's gonna probably take another 20 minutes. So the whole thing's gonna be less than an hour. Quite cloudy, it seems. And I think we are ready to click fly. Yes, sir. Now I can go back to the Twitter chat, just in case someone is chatting. So last time I almost missed the chat. And I'll need another monitor for that because now I've used the whole thing up. The main monitor is the Flight Simulator to the left. So a lot of stuff going on, you know, NeoFly, Skyvector, blah blah, everything's on the left. One on top of the other. And my NeoFly, I need that maximized on the left in order to see the map properly. So I have nowhere to put the OBS and check the chat. If I make NeoFly smaller, then you guys are not going to be able to read the text. You know, that I did a nice overlay of NeoFly on the right. If I make that smaller in order for me to read the chat, then you're going to see smaller text there. And I'd rather have you see bigger text, you know. So I either need like a third monitor or I don't know what to do. Smaller map, you know, at the bottom. It's not for me. Like, I'm not doing this for me. I know the music is probably really low for you, but I don't know how to fix it. I tried all the mixer things. Like, I don't know how to make the music louder while not drowning out the game or my voice. Or I can make it louder, but then it'll be really loud for me. Like, if I turn it up so that you can hear it, for me, it'll be like I have the music at 80%. So I can't hear the game. So, you know, I already tried the mixer thing in the Windows 10, it's not working. Turn it off for now, right? Ready to fly. Connect. Up. Halo and red. 1259. Okay. And just move the slider to the right until you see a green light.
Transporter from dispatch. I see you asked for a cargo mission. The ground crew is waiting you on the parking to load the crates.
And do a regular startup. So turn that on. Low idle. Auto. Autopilot on. Boost pump is auto. Put the thingy up. Turn on some lights. Some strobe in there. Let's see. Generator on. Actually, I don't need the generator on. I can turn generator on after the engine starts. That's what the generator is. So that's the alternator. So the engine spins and then, you know, make electricity. Start it now. Starting. Keep your eye on the NG and ITT.
Transporter form dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
Clink, clink, clang. 50 NG, green ITT. We switch the feather to actual.
Transporter from dispatch. The cargo is on board. You are clear to taxi to the runway and take off.
So at 50 NG and green ITT, you can move from the feather low high idle to the actual taxi throttle, and that would prevent the ITT from going too high. Fleet is on auto. It tells you up there, so you just do whatever it's flashing. There we go. EFD, we set up the wind. Let's go nav 1. Nav source is GPS, it's FMS. Good to go. The landing, check the procedure. So now it's on DME 17. Let's go ILS 17. Transition none. Great. And then I just like to load at this point because it doesn't really matter. So I just load. Load it, and then I'll zoom out to look at what I loaded. So it's like a little loop thing going on down there. I don't know, I could pan it, but it'll take forever, so I'm not panning the map. Just so here I'll zoom all the way out, and on the Neo map I'll zoom all the way in. And then I'll activate the approach later when I get there. Here we can check the weather. The weather is going to be behind us. It's fine. Yep. It's not too bad. So let's just leave it on the weather for now. We got a wind going, 7 knots. It's not bad. We can take that out. Press B. Set the barometrics. Turn on some fans. And we're good to request taxi. Departing south.
Ground aperture Bravo Romeo 137 ready to taxi south departure. Aperture Bravo Romeo 137
Okay.
Taxi to and hold short runway 19er using taxiway aperture Bravo Romeo 137.
Parking flaps is 1. Trim is up. $19. Oh, okay. So we have to go all the way to the end of the runway and do a 180 to point to the in the correct direction. This is like a military airbase. There's no taxiway that go to the end there. So, you know, like at the end of this runway, there's no taxiway to go back to parking. So you gotta do this. And while I'm doing this, I'm actually, you know, quite paranoid because you don't see that ribbon anymore. So you don't know if you're going in the right direction, but you are, because if you look top left, the heading, we're heading north, and the pink arrow is pointing to the southwest. So we are, you know, we need to take off that way. So we constantly check stuff like that to know that you're not heading in the wrong direction. I was taking the right lane there. It's the way you drive in Canada, the correct lane. And then that's why they give you that extra tarmac, you know, so you can do a 180 view.
Kronenberg Tower aperture Bravo Romeo 137 ready at runway 19er departure to the south. Aperture Bravo Romeo 137 cleared for takeoff runway 19er departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 19er aperture Bravo Romeo 137.
I haven't set up the vertical speed and cruising altitude for autopilot yet, so still gotta do that.
Transport from dispatch. Fly
Holy
safe.
hell, that's windy. Geared up. Flaps up. Shitload trees. Don't go into them. Try to line up to the pink line by hand.
Aperture Bravo Romeo 137 continue for south departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace. Kronenberg Tower aperture Bravo Romeo 137 continue for south departure.
Now trim down. Now set a cruising altitude. go 8K. 1600 FPM going up. Says FMS. The alt in autopilot. It's on.
Chronover Tower Aperture Bravo Romeo 137 frequency change.
Head tracking. Oh. Oh. It's quite useful, especially you have to set up everything correctly though, like the smoothing, you know, the dead zone and all that. So if my head jiggle like this, it doesn't, you know, move the camera. Like before when I first got it, if you run it on default and you move your head just a tiny bit like this, the screen is gonna go crazy. So you gotta set that all up. The dead zone, the translation dead zone. So even when I sit here, you know, talking and my head move a little bit and your eyes moving a little bit, it doesn't move the camera too drastically. But we don't need that for now, we can turn it off. Check photo. Oh, 90. Yep. It's good, 93. Very windy, 23 knots from the right. Set the B. It was out at 17, so check the frequency, the localizer frequency. So it's ES MS. Enter frequency 111.9. 11.9. Navcom radio. Oh wow, okay. So they did it for me when I load the approach. That's why we keep checking it, because it didn't happen when the game first launched. You know, we're like, what? But now it does. It's fine. It's already set. So just in case, I'm not gonna, because the other one is also iOS, and the other, in case I misapproach or lose this or whatever, you're supposed to go back to here, but I don't want to. So I always put this into nav2, just in case I miss that one. I'm just gonna do a, you know, like instead of traffic, I'm just gonna overshoot it and just do a T-drop and come back. You're not supposed to, because the wind doesn't do it, you know, doesn't blow that way, right? Like if you land with a headwind, you can't, you know, if you do that, then you're gonna land with tailwind, right? So you usually don't do that. But I like putting that nav2 anyway. Are we at 8,000? We are at 8,000. 8,000 is 8,000 good? Is it a good place to be? Looks like it. The other layer is above. That first layer is below. So smooth. Smoother. Ooh. Nice day, Sweden. Cool. You want to see how beautiful this is in the morning? Look at that. That's the power of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's insane. Like the weather engine is just What? Or dusk? No? We could just keep going. Sunset. Look at that. It's all purpley and stuff. So cool. Like sunset will be. Oh. Alright. And change it back. And it's so smooth too. Like it's not stuttery. I'm stuttering, so that you get to enjoy it for a bit longer. Like I could go like this. I could just. But I'm moving slowly, so you get to see, the difference, like the orange, the greens. Let's do it 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is fine. Press B again because I changed the time, and the flight director, it's going to put me over speed, so well, almost went over speed. The pink line tells you where the computer thinks is trying to do to your plane, so it's going at. Before it's here. I don't want to be there. It's gonna end your game. If you do any kind of maneuver, it's gonna break apart the airplane. So 90. Let's go a little bit lower, just in case. So 91, 90. Okay. We're at -2 right now. It's not freezing up because we're not flying through any moisture. So we pick a good cruising altitude to be at. So if you fly into clouds like this, then things start freezing up. It's time to check the NeoFly map. Yeah. So we're almost halfway there. Something like that. Hopefully the overlay is working. It is. Good. What's ground speed? 252. 12 minutes to reach the first check waypoint. That's CI 17. Distance is varying. There's distance to K. I forgot what K is. Is it a distance? No, that's track, so that's not distance. That's another angle. I forgot what that is. DTK. What's DTK? No idea. I gotta Google that. There's an ETA time, 7:13 UTC, and the current time, it's almost 7 o'clock UTC. So you can work out your ETA from that, and that's different from the ET. ET is time to the next right waypoint. This is ETA is actually touching on the runway, so. It's all quiet. I'm not asking for flight following. In fact, I'm gonna search for the destination airport and just request landing if I can. It's ESMS. Right? MGML, no. MH, no. So MS is not in yet. It'll come up a bit later. Cool. And just remember, we're delivering glassware, clink clank clank. So we're gonna touch down really softly. And that's why I chose the ILS, by the way. So it lands itself, and I can turn off autopilot right all the way at the end. Because I can't. Well, I maybe like 5 or 10 times I want, I can land the TVM like softly, because the TVM special, you could approach at 85, 90 knots, so you can approach it basically like a fast Cessna, but up in here you can fly it like a slow jet. So it's kind of turboprop plane is pretty special that you can land softly like a GA, vehicle, but fly fast like a slow jet. But I still can't land it as well as I could land a Cessna or an Icon. So whenever I'm on the TVM, I try not to fly it. Just let the plane fly. If I really want to do some flying, I'd do it in an Icon A5 or an X Cup in this game. The X Cup is my favorite because it's so slow and so maneuverable at those speeds, and you get to see more stuff, like more scenery, because you're so slow. So in TVM, I don't really see, right? Because it moves so fast. Right now, a true airspeed is 266 knots versus an X Cup would be going at like 90. So I just like taking that thing down to the Grand Canyon or, wherever, Colorado, Red Rocks. Just do some sightseeing. The TVM is a great plane for missions like this. Perfect. And I haven't flown, like I've flown some jets in this game, but I am not a fan of jets. It's not only because they are harder to play with, but just you see even less. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I bought this game to see stuff, see colors, sceneries. We can request a ESMS. Let's see if further MS, there we go. What? Tower landing and give me 17. Yep, 17, it's good. Look for 252 at 18. Straight in runway. So here I'm gonna descend to 3,500. I never checked the chart. I could if I wanna, but most of them would work. 3,500, and then I'll turn the VS on and then go down at. So if I go down at 500, That's 4,500. I need to go down. It's going to 500 feet per minute. It's going to take me 9 minutes. So, for example, so if you go into here and look at the clock, you know, I probably want to make it to ETE at 5 minutes. So I gotta be more aggressive going down. So let's say if I go down at like 800 feet per minute, it's 4,000. That would be perfect. Like 5 minutes, 800 would be 4,000 feet. So, you know, now I'm 4,000 feet above the altitude that I wanted to change to, and 800 feet per minute is gonna get me there just in time for the pattern or approach or anything. But actually I want to go at 1,000 because I want to hit that 3,500 earlier, so I got more time for flaps, gear, and line up. So I'm going for 1,000. I also throttle back to 61. So that will increase your ETE a little bit. And here I will zoom in to look at the magenta. It says straight in, so there shouldn't be any loops or anything. Oh, look at that. It's cray-cray. It's going cray-cray in England. I think that's England, right? Is that England? No. That's Denmark. It's Belgium, right? No, that's England. It is England. That's Denmark, right? Straight in. So it's just gonna be one turn. Simple. The localizer already picked up from NAP1 NMS that tells us how far we are from the localizer, basically from the runway. And we'll turn the APR on and change the CDI to lock 1 when we hit CI 17. We don't have to, actually. I think they patched that already. The GPS is supposed to follow the localizer when you hit it, but I don't trust. We're almost at 3,500. Press B. No. So the airport should be 11 o'clock. Let's check. Yeah, right there. That's where we landed. So the chasing lights, I think that's 17. So we're actually going there. We're gonna hit that and then make a left. Ooh, that wind farms thingy is not moving. The turbine is not moving. It's broken. Iced up? No. Oh. What was that sound? Oh, it just tells us that we're approaching 3,500, hopefully. Oh no, it's the song. See? That's why I can't have the music too loud. It's confusing. It's like a ding ding. It sounds exactly like minimums. Ding ding. Ding ding. There's a lake there. There's that one. On the left. It's a small one. And a giant one. Cool. You could see the same thing on NeoFly too, which is pretty cool. Everything syncs up. Because this is actually Bing Maps, And NeoFly uses Bing maps, so this looks exactly like NeoFly's map, but better. But they match, and it's great to know where you are. And in here, I can actually turn on the approach and the localizer already if I want to. So let's do that, because the diamond is already coming, you know. So I'm just gonna go up APR and then lock 1, and then it already found the localizer, so it's gonna go to the green line, line it up. Now I'm waiting for the GS. The glide slope is white. It's gonna turn green when the diamond comes in the middle. It's at the first point right now, so I'm gonna do a gear down to create more drag, so the airspeed slows. And then when it's slowed down to the white arc, I'm gonna flaps 1, and that will fly me around 110 knots. When I get to that, I'm gonna flaps 2. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh, that was a glide slope, so it found the diamond. So, sun dip for no reason. Thank you. So now my gears are down. I just gotta manage the flaps and the throttle. That's it. So I can turn the tracking back on. Well, shit. What? No. Don't know why the open track is closed. Shouldn't close. I pressed the key to stop, I didn't press it to close. The hell? Okay. So you can see it automatically lines up with 17. And how are we doing on the glide slope? We're below it, and we're going too fast.
Aperture Bravo Romeo 137 cleared to land runway 17. Wind 107 at 5. Cleared to land runway 17. Aperture Bravo Romeo 137.
Oh, what's the trim doing? Trim's acting stupid. I'm just gonna flaps 1. Trim's being stupid. It's still trimming down. We're still under the glide slope, so we see the diamond. The diamond's still, you know, on top of center, and that's why the GS become white again. So we need to recapture the glide slope, apparently. When it hit that white arc, I'm gonna full flaps. So it hit the GS again. The diamond is back to the middle, and I'm gonna aim for 85. The reaction of turboprops slower than your Cessna, so you push the throttle, you gotta wait a little while for the thrust to catch up. We're good on the PAPI, 2 white, 2 red on the left of the runway. It's pretty good. The wind is blowing from the right, and it's kind of annoying. Quite strong. 80 is good. Yeah, that's minimum. 80 See the beep 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 beep? So get ready to turn off the autopilot, and the airplane's crabbing to the right, fighting the right crosswind. So I have to do the same. So I'm gonna turn off autopilot right now. And try to bank to the right a little. And then idle. And pull up. Pull up, keep pulling up. Oh my god, it's scary. It's gonna, oh shit, it's gonna drop me, okay.
Transporter from dispatch.
Hi.
Go to the parking so we can check the cargo status.
I'll reverse thrust, sorry. Reverse. Wow.
Aperture Bravo Romeo 137, turn next taxiway.
This is not a taxiway, but I'm doing it.
Aperture Bravo Romeo 137, contact ground on 118.805. 118.805 for Aperture Bravo Romeo 137. Stirrup ground Aperture Bravo Romeo 137, taxi to parking. Aperture Bravo Romeo 137, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Charlie. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Charlie Aperture Bravo Romeo 137.
And my landing light or taxi lights was always on, by the way. You shouldn't do that. You should have turned it off when you're in flight, but I forgot. I always forget those two lights. Now I'm gonna park properly and turn the parking brake on, and NeoFly is gonna turn in the mission. I think I landed pretty heavily, right? Is it above? Let me check. Oh, actually it's okay. Minus 120.79 feet per minute. But I bounced it. I bounced it once. Because I flared too early. Should have waited a little more before I flare. It's this stupid light, like lights in the middle of the taxiway. Ooh, it's pretty. I think the ESMS might be a custom scenery airport, I think. I think I just downloaded this. See that? These tiny light pillars in the middle of nowhere. Annoying. Hey! And the arrow is that? It's actually this way, and then you turn right again. Let's see. Come on. Hello? Alright. So now I'll press the parking brake and you hear the clinking clink clank clank clank.
Transporter from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done. Transporter from dispatch. Cargo unloaded and checked. It is always a pleasure to work with you.
I actually got a landing bonus and comfort bonus for bouncing it once. Thank you. What the hell? Alright, so got paid. You can check the here. You can check the logs too. And I need to find out what happened to the paths of the IMGs. I think it's not loading. And then it used up the engine, 96, 90. Does that 2-tip show on the thing? Let me check. Because last time it didn't show, and I changed the capture method of OBS to Windows 10. No, it's still not showing. So when I mouse over, yeah, it doesn't show. So this actually shows a 2-tip and tells me how much you wear the engine and hull down by. I want to suggest the developer to change these 2 green lights to like a meter, like an on-air or whatever, like like a fuel gauge, basically, like a meter that runs down. So the more you use your plane, like green, and then it runs on yellow and then red, like a fuel gauge, basically. Because now it's not grounded. You don't see anything. You just green or what, white or yellow. What does that mean? So maybe we'll change the math to a fuel gauge. That's better. But anyway, it's not showing the 2-tips. No matter what capture method I choose in OBS, so you guys won't see it. It's too bad. But if you want to see, how to turn off the TVM 930, it's really easy. So you just, well, not for real, like in real life, I'm sure that's not what you do. But in game, all you gotta do is you turn off the fuel tank to make it off. So you just off. That you cut the fuel so the thing doesn't run, right? And then all you gotta do now is turn off the electrics. So you cut out the fuel, propeller stops, and then to turn off the electric, you just pull this whole bar down, and that's it. So yeah. That's what I mean by triggering. Like, Microsoft Flight Simulator knows that you finish a flight, you turn off the flight, and it triggers this thing screen. So you see the performance, the log, how many takeoffs and landing during the day or during the night you did in a single flight. Where it gets annoying is some of the airports don't have that green parking box. So when you turn off the airplane, it does not trigger. So you don't know whether the logbook in your profile actually logs the flights that you did, and we still don't know. So what the hell? Like, why are you giving me these numbers when they don't matter? Like, so we're still struggling with that. But anyway, this one logs. And that's it for me, guys, for today's stream. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys later, tomorrow, maybe the day after. See ya.